Hey, in this video, I'm going to tell you how to pick a real estate agent and not lose money. Hey, what's going on? My name is Gene Blinkoff, and altogether, I've helped sell over $1 billion worth of real estate. I've worked with hundreds of agents, investors, cash buyers, folks that are selling homes themselves, and helped broker over 500 properties. So I've learned a few things while I was doing that, and I'm here to share it with you. Today, I'm going to show you how to pick a real estate agent and not lose money, and also not gain a whole bunch of stress into your life, because let's be honest, dealing with a real estate agent or finding a real estate agent or partnering with them to sell your home is something that is like a mini marriage, okay? Because hey, you might end up working with this person for the next 3 months. It depends on your market, it depends on your house, right? Depends on your agent, right? Because some of them might misprice your house, and it's going to stay on the market for forever, okay? And a whole bunch of other possible mistakes that agents can make, okay? Now, here are the 5 things that I think are most important, and take this from somebody who has essentially worked with literally hundreds of real estate agents. Some of them are my friends, some of them are my clients, some of them are folks that are paying invoices every month, right? Some of them are folks who I'm consulting. Some of them are folks who we're doing advertising services for, okay? So, I do have a little bit of conflict of interest, right, in talking about real estate agents, because I'm in that industry. I have clients like that. But I'm going to try my best to give you an unbiased view of how I would do it if I was looking to hire a real estate agent to sell my house, okay? Number 1, okay, step 1 is you have to find their competitive advantage. So any realtor that you're looking at, okay, let's say you found a realtor on Zillow Agent Finder, okay, which is one of the places where you can find real estate agents, right? You can go on Zillow and you can get an agent. You can go to the agent finder section, okay, and you can find an agent, okay? There's a few ways you can find an agent. You can Google, right, real estate agents in my city, okay? You can, for example, you can go to, another way you can do it is you can go to dbnationwide.com, where we make videos of houses, right? And when you select a video tour for your property, we're also going to suggest you an agent, okay? If you go to cashofferoption.com to get a preliminary cash offer before you start putting your house on the market, same thing. We're going to give you some suggestions of agents, okay? But as soon as you look at an option of an agent, okay, you're looking at a specific agent, you have to understand what is their competitive advantage over others, okay? Because every agent's got something. At least every good agent's got something. And then agents that don't have any competitive advantage you should just dodge them right away, okay? What do I mean? Sometimes agents are great at selling multi-million-dollar properties, okay? Some agents are great at selling properties that need a little work, okay? Some agents are actually cash investors themselves, so maybe they'll buy your home for themselves, right? And keep it as a rental property, okay? Some agents work best with beachfront properties. Some agents work best in a specific area of a city, okay? Usually they'll talk about what that competitive advantage is, but please don't select a realtor, a real estate agent without some sort of competitive advantage over other people, okay? And you can even ask them, hey, what's better about you than 10 other guys like you in your office, or in the same neighborhood, right? In the same vicinity, all the other agents that are advertising, and watch for what they say they consider their own. Because if they tell you something like, hey, I'm always honest and all that stuff. If they tell you something like, hey, I've been in the business for 10 years, I've sold every year I've sold an increasing amount of properties, okay, out of our city, okay, out of our city, I'm like in the top 1.5%, okay, and I also pride myself on wasting smallest amount of time of my clients. I try to be at their house as little as possible and give them the, make this process as least as stressful as possible by just doing everything at once while I'm there, and then not bugging you, 15 times to enter your home and do stuff, right? So competitive advantage number one. Number two, okay, is have they sold? Find out, have they sold homes like yours? Okay, so if you go to, let's say you go to Zillow Agent Finder, okay, which is a pretty okay tool. It's a little bit biased because you can pay, as a real estate agent, you can pay to get on top of that list, right? So Zillow Agent Finder, you go there, you plug in your area code, right? And now you can essentially be you're shown a list of agents that are like top ranking agents in that area. Ranking means, Zillow uses some algorithm of their own to rank these people. But generally, the people that are on top are either paying to be on top of Zillow, okay, or they have the most transactions in that area, right? And when you go to see their transaction history, you can actually do that in Zillow. It's pretty cool. You got to understand, have they sold homes that are similar to yours, okay? This is super important. You got to see, have these people sold homes that are similar to mine, okay? Hey, maybe it's the same neighborhood. Maybe it's a similar price point, okay? But it's important to understand that you're not calling an agent that focuses on selling $200,000 properties, okay? And then you're calling them with your $2 million home, all right? And look, whoever you call, you're going to hear the best story about how they're the best fit and everything like that, but you got to look at some data, okay? So that's very important, is have they sold homes like yours? Number three, okay? And number three is going to be after you've had the conversation with them, okay? Number three, have they dealt with clients like you? Okay? Now look, you and I each have our own personality. That's what makes the world great, is there's a whole bunch of them, right? And they're all different. But there are very many similarities between certain types of home sellers, okay? Look, you could be a busy corporate executive, okay? You could be a stay-at-home mom, okay? You could be all kinds of different things. You could be a stay-at-home dad, right? It doesn't matter. But you got to understand, who is this agent usually working with, okay? Who is this agent usually, what kind of clients have they dealt? And you can actually ask them, well, tell me a little bit about your last 3 clients, okay? Cool, let me tell you, you know what? Last client was a single gentleman who I helped to rent a home. Okay, the one before him was a couple who were buying their first home. The 3 of them, the one that was 3 times ago was a family looking to downsize, right? You got to understand, like, it's going to be really good to know if they've dealt with a person that's at least kind of similar to you, especially if you consider yourself a very unique scenario, which, believe me, there's a lot of us that consider ourselves pretty unique in how we interact with people, how we like to do business with people, how we like our services delivered, okay? So you got to tell them up front, the agent, how you like services to be rendered to you, what pisses you off, okay? And a great agent will ask you that, things like what really ticks you off, okay? Like not responding to your texts or calls, or texting you and calling you too much and not getting things done or maybe texting too much, not calling enough, right? And just having endless text message conversations, okay? make sure that you understand what they've dealt with before, and make sure to tell them how you like to interact, okay? Number 4 is very, very important, okay? Because, and number 3, by the way, I'm telling you, getting a real estate agent, it's like a mini marriage. You don't want to get somebody that doesn't know what house you have and how to sell that specific type of property, okay? You don't want somebody that doesn't have a competitive advantage over any other agents, just an average agent, okay? And you want someone who knows what you're like, so someone who's dealt with somebody that's in a similar bracket as yourself, right? So number 4 is incredibly important, okay? These were not anything that has to do with numbers, okay? But now, number 4 is, have they mispriced a house before? Have they mispriced a property, okay? What does this mean? Let me explain to you. Agents, the biggest mistake and crime, okay, that agents make is mispricing a person's home. Sometimes, a lot of times, a whole bunch of times, agents will tell you that you can, oh, whoa, you know what? You're going to sell it by owner for, however much you're going to sell it by owner for $500,000. You know what? I think if we list it, we can get $600,000 for it, okay? If an agent tells you that, okay, and they're not right in their assumptions, here's what happens. When an agent prices the home above the market, okay, what ends up happening is that home doesn't get any calls. That home doesn't get any showings. That home's timeline of being sold increases drastically. And the most important week in a home selling process is the very first week, okay? Because when your home launches to the market, it's brand new to the market, that's when there's a buzz around it. And if it's way too expensive, okay, if it's much more expensive than any houses that have sold in your area, right, which is generally how real estate agents price these houses, right? That's all they really go by, is what sold in your neighborhood before. That's kind of similar to yours, okay? And then, plus here, minus here, meaning like if your home is in a worse condition, okay, a little bit of a minus. Your home is a little bit newer construction than the one next door that sold, that's a little bit of a plus. That's really all they go by. It's really still a guesstimate, okay? It's a guesstimate as to what the market will bear for your home. It's a guesstimate, even the best agent, it's a guesstimate, okay? Now, here's the thing. How can you find out if your agent or somebody that you're looking at, that you're trying to select, has mispriced a home before? It's very simple to look up, actually. If you go into, let's say, Zillow Agent Finder or some other network that shows you a history of the houses they've sold, you're going to see something very interesting. You can go into each one of the houses that they sold, okay? Make sure you go to the ones that they sold, not ones that they helped somebody buy, okay? Very different, because in where they help somebody buy, they're not actually, they're not actually setting that price. But for the ones that they sold, you can go into the history, into the price history, okay, and the home's sales history, and you will be able to see, all right, this home sold in May 2017, okay, cool. A month before that, the agent has cut the price from $250 to $230, okay, so a $20K price cut. Whoa, okay? That should be an alarm, okay? Because, hey, that agent mispriced that house initially, okay? So they had to cut the price of a home down, okay? And sometimes you see these price cuts multiple times. And here's the thing. Some of the best agents, one of the strategies that they use is actually pricing a home a little bit below the market, okay? That way, it actually creates a competition of various offers from different people who are all trying to outbid each other. Okay, it almost becomes a little bit of a mini auction. Okay, as long as you don't take the first offer. Okay, which sometimes you want to take the first offer just because You know what? If it meets your criteria, okay, and you're like, you know what, being greedy hasn't served me before, I'm not going to be greedy here. This price fits it. This person wants it, okay? Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? Let's let it go. Let's sell it, right? But make sure that your agent doesn't have a history of mispricing homes, okay? And you can ask them about that, okay? And they should tell you, and or you could research it yourself on your own. Okay, number 5. Okay, and we kind of touched upon it, but I want to remind you about this because it's very important. Okay, look, once you got the professional stuff out of the way, once you understand that this agent is actually a professional, they've got a competitive advantage over other agents. Okay, they're a great option for an agent. Okay, they use, let's say they use, for example, DB Nationwide clients, right? DB Nationwide, we make videos of listings, right, and neighborhoods around them, okay? So DB Nationwide clients, they tell their clients, hey, our advantage is that we invest a little bit of money into great videos of your home that's going to show the property, it's going to show the exterior, the interior in a very nice musical way. It's going to go all over the social media. We're also going to show the nearby restaurants on video, schools, and all that stuff. It's going to be like a mini movie about your house, right? That's our competitive advantage, right? So hey, cool. All right, they've got something. So competitive advantage, once you got all this professional stuff out of the way, you got to make sure that you actually enjoy interacting with this agent, okay? That they don't piss you off. Because look, you guys are going to have to discuss different offers, okay? They might be at your house a bunch of times, actually holding an open house. They're going to be talking to all your neighbors, okay? And some of your neighbors are like your business network, okay? Depending on where you live and what you do. They're going to be talking to your neighbors. You don't want somebody that pisses you off, okay? You want somebody that you actually enjoy interacting with. It's a very simple concept, but people forget that. And that's something that I consider very, very important, that you actually gel well with them, okay? It's just about gelling well with them, okay? Now, here's a bonus tip for you, okay? So we got these 5 factors, okay? Here's a bonus tip. By the way, if you want more bonus tips and tips like this on selling your home, okay, or being able to buy your home, go ahead and subscribe now. Bonus tip is you have a lot of choices for a real estate agent, okay? You could go for the cheapest one, okay, meaning that they'll have the lowest commission, or you could go for somebody that has a normal commission, right? Let's say it's 3%. And then you can go and for someone that has a normal commission, and you can try to lowball them to get their commission down, okay? Bonus tip number 6, don't worry about the commission and don't try to lowball them, okay? If you got all these factors out of the way, okay, you got to understand something. An agent is providing you with a service, and you're not the only person that they're providing with that service. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to lowball them on the price of the commission or on the commission spread or a commission percentage that they get. You don't want to try to negotiate that with them, because then you're going to become the least priority on their plate, okay? If they're selling a bunch of houses, okay, and yours is the one with the discount commission, even if that agent's best intentions are not to deprioritize you and your house from their plate, subconsciously they will do it. You will be the lowest priority in their business at that time when they're selling your home, because you wanted to lowball them, you didn't respect what their fees are, okay? And you try to discount and hustle them, okay? I'm telling you, it works like that with every business. Personally, look, I may have done this before. Maybe I even used to love getting deals and discounts on services. Believe me, You do not want to be the least priority customer of any business, of any service provider, okay? You want to be their favorite customer, okay? Because then you're going to get the best service, fastest, most quality, and you're probably going to come back to them and you're not going to have to look for another person to do business with. And you're also not going to worry about all the mistakes they're going to make because subconsciously they're downgrading your priority in their mind and in their business, okay? So that's a very important thing. Don't try to lowball them, okay? Hey, I hope you enjoyed these tips on how to choose an agent without losing money and without wasting your time, okay? Hey, I hope this helps you, and hey, good luck in selling your home. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, if you enjoy hanging out with me for a few minutes. Hey, it's great to see you, and I'll see you soon.